Today we're going to be answering the question, what is SIM swap fraud? I'm Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and before we get to anything else, for the next 2 weeks there will not be a TQA Weekly episode because of Christmas and New Year's. Today you're going to learn why SIM swapping is a problem for everyone. But first, let's start off with the fact that virtually everybody has a cell phone in today's society. It's just normal for us. The next thing is that a lot of us use multi-factor authentication. The next problem is that many companies primarily offer their second factor authentication tokens over text message, and many only offer this option. And on top of everything else, it is true that due to the vulnerabilities in the SS7 networks that we are already basically vulnerable to malicious call and message interception. However, there is a far more nefarious, more precise way of overtaking somebody's life, and this is through the process of SIM swap fraud. So how it works is a malicious individual goes into a retailer, convinces the retailer that they are you, and issues out a new SIM card. Now, you would believe that there are many measures that would protect you at any retailer that would prevent anybody from overtaking your account. But this is simply not true. First, governments lack the legislation to enforce such a rule. And second, retailers don't have any process to protect you from malicious employees. So this is the problem. Even if you change the mother's maiden name of your account to something else, or change that question, or do a whole bunch of other stuff, if a malicious employee at a retailer decides that they want to make a fast buck, they can work with somebody else and actually make it easier for someone to have access to your account and have your SIM card swapped. And in this case, you're only going to know that happen once your SIM card is deactivated in your phone, allowing the attacker access to all your text messages and phone calls, making it easier to impersonate you and gather all the information they need to overtake your life, often costing many people many thousands of dollars in a very short amount of time. There is virtually nothing you can do about it, no matter what, except force your governments to finally legislate law that would make it harder for rogue employees to make it easier for other individuals. Basically, we need laws in order to force retailers to have rules that would protect all of us. Is there anything you can really do about it? The only advice I can give you is by actually having as few multi-factor tokens sent by text message as possible. If you can avoid it entirely, you'll be securing those accounts from that kind of interception. It is a lot safer for you to be using an authenticator program instead of text messaging, and that is simply because authenticator programs don't rely on messages being sent. They don't even have to be connected to a network, meaning that you will always have access to those accounts. But if any accounts that you have do send a message over text message, those are vulnerable to a SIM swap fraud attack. And if anybody really wanted to right now, they can get your information at any nefarious retailer. Now, like if you want more episodes based on this, dislike if you hate this topic, share with those that you think benefits from hearing about this, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can see the show notes on this episode, past others, find other ways of subscribing, and of course, use a contact form to email me directly. And if you want to see me play video games online, at least 3 to 4 times a week, go to twitch.tv/zaxis1981. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.